Hello, Jay. How you going, mate?
Good, Mick. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty well, mate. I think it's so. What our plan is today is we've had a few people inquiring on what to do and what not to do on Facebook.
Yeah, there's been a few.
There's been a few,
It's a tricky subject.
So we're going to go into this, and we're not going to talk about it too long. So about 15 or 20 minutes.
Yeah, we're not here for an hour and a half today.
We normally are.
Well, we don't think we are anyway.
We normally are. So what we're going to do is we've got everything. Hang on, I'm going to turn this down. So we get everyone ready. And hello, if you're welcoming. G'day, guys. G'day, Matt Bellman. How you going?
There you go.
So
Justin Price is in the house.
All right. So the first thing, the main question is we get is how do we use Facebook to promote, or what's the protocol? I suppose would be the best way to do it, Joe.
Yeah. What to do and what not to do.
Yeah. So pretty much we're going to go through this. There's four main things when it comes to Facebook. That if you go into the algorithm side of Facebook, Jay, which is the inner workings of it, it wants every user, especially from a musician's point of view or someone running a small business or a big business, there's certain key points that Facebook wants you to do every 7 days, so through the week.
And I think the big one that everyone forgets.
And then they
is that it's called social networking.
It is,
and they tend to forget that little word at the start there, social.
Social, yeah. So what we thought we'd do today is we'll point out. So if you've got a pen and paper, and g'day Ryan Morris, if you've got a pen and paper, you can sit there and write down these four main points that we're going to go through. And if you give Facebook these four things each week, and there's a way to do them as well, you should find Facebook start working for you instead of you having to continually push stuff out and hoping.
Having to feed the beast.
Feeding the beast. So
out of your pocket.
So if you're a musician or a promoter or a marketing person or anyone just interested in this stuff, we've done a fair bit of research on Facebook on how to get it to work for us.
So these are just our findings. We haven't been reading any massive...
Oh, no. We're definitely not
manuals
experts.
on Facebook.
No, we're definitely not experts, but we're also guys that don't spend money on Facebook. So, and I know that there is artists pouring hundreds of dollars a month into Facebook trying to get it to work. So if you do these four main key components every single week, you'll find that if you do spend money, you'll get a much better result.
Yes.
So
but we'll talk about Facebook advertising another day.
We will. That's another show. So if you guys are interested, type in your comments here and we'll be able to answer them well if we know. And if not, we'll find the answers out and hopefully let you know.
So I guess what we'll start with is we find that basically on Facebook there's four main types of posts you can do.
Yeah.
We might just start with the first one, Mick.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
So the first one is...
and we're going to do these in order of what we feel Facebook...
Well, not what we feel. Facebook will actually tell you that they want these things, and there is four key components, and they do outweigh each other.
Yes, they do.
So the first one here is Facebook Live, which is exactly what we're doing right now. And currently, the way the algorithms are set up with Facebook, it is king.
It's king.
It's
without a doubt.
It'll get you more reach, more growth, more shares, more interactions, more notifications going out to your likes than any other posting, any other amount of money you throw in. If you go live, if you've got 2,000 people on your page, 2,000, especially if they're on default or see first, they will get notified in their notifications.
Yeah.
If they're on unfollow, they won't.
No.
And we'll talk a little bit that as it goes as well.
Another one thing that we've found with Facebook Live, you can actually do events for your Facebook Live posts.
Yep.
If you want, you can do posts for them. Not as big on that one.
No, look, the main thing, and we'll go back through this over the next 20 minutes, Jay, is the main thing is never be a robot.
Yes.
On this. So if you post things or you schedule things, Facebook is not going to like that, and it doesn't like that, right? So
And it does know whether you're using Hootsuite or
Yeah.
one of those other wonderful programs out there that schedule things for you.
yeah, it does.
Facebook knows you're using it.
Well, the way that those things work, Jay, is essentially they're programming into the back end of Facebook the algorithms, and they know exactly.
Yeah,
where
well,
it's
they
come
use
from.
what's called an API,
Yeah,
and that links them into Facebook. So Facebook knows exactly what you're doing all
Yeah.
the time.
all the time. So it
Big
does.
Brother is watching you.
Yeah. So rule number one is do not schedule posts. If you
No.
schedule and post, they're just not going to go as well unless you're throwing stupid amounts of money at them. So remembering every day it wants you to do something. So relevance to your business. There's so many different ways, Jay, that we could break this conversation up.
We could, and we'll probably do a few more of these on Facebook over the coming weeks.
I
but,
think we'll have to because
we'll start here.
well, look, Facebook is a really big platform, you know,
It
as
is.
everyone knows. But there's so many people just doing stuff, trying to see if it works. If you break it down, get your pen and paper out, write down these 4 things, you're going to improve straight away, and you'll see an improvement within a week without spending any money. So, g'day
Yeah.
Shane, g'day Crumpy, how you going, mate? G'day Celine, and
Anthony
so look,
Taylor, there you go, mate.
we've done a lot of research on this, Jay, and I know you have, and you're a bit of a genius when it comes to these things, big fella.
Well, you
So-
know.
So I figure, look, at the end of the day, if we can help you guys, we've done the research for you. So you know you can trust us. You can say, no, look, it doesn't work.
And look, basically, look, you can go and do all of these seminars out there and pay $300 for a day worth of social networking seminars. They'll
Don't need
teach
it.
you a whole bunch of stuff, and until you apply it, you won't see what works.
No, exactly right.
'Cause
G'day,
I've
Joe.
done
G'day,
them.
Taylor.
I've actually done some of these seminars, and I might as well have went down to the casino and put my money on black.
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Yeah.
Look, there's always going to be. Look, at the end of the day, if you go and you search through Facebook quite proudly tell you what they want.
Yes.
Right, which is what we do all the time. It's an ongoing thing. We check it every few days to see, because they'll change their algorithms every week, but these same 4 rules apply. So at the moment, you'll see on the screen, Facebook Live is king.
Facebook Live is king.
So now remember, this is over a 7-day process. It
Yes.
wants 4 things done every single week and at different times. Right, so don't get into a habit. Again, it'll treat you like a robot. It wants you to be real. It wants you to interact with it as you want your fans or your clients or whatever business you're doing. So Facebook Live is number 1. So every time you can go live. Now the other key component with Facebook Live is it wants you to go for at least 10 minutes. At least 10 minutes, and you can go up to 4 hours.
And there's a reason for that. It takes a little while for Facebook to actually send all the notifications out.
Yeah,
Once you hit the live button.
that's right.
So it's got to build you an audience. So your first minute to 2 minutes,
It's just notifying people.
it's just notifying people. So you need to, your first minute or two, don't get too involved in what your content is for that particular feed. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So for the people that are just joining us, we're doing a 4 main things here. And look, this is really designed to the artists, to the indies that don't have heaps of coin and don't have marketing people that are sitting there studying this stuff as we do. So Facebook Live, go Facebook Live at least once a week for a minimum of 10 minutes. But look, if you can really get out to 20 or 30 minutes, that's a really good area to be at, Joe.
Yep.
Facebook will actually, they'll want you to stay live forever, you know, so essentially the more time you're on their platform doing it, they're going to reward you for that. So that is number 1.
Don't get caught in the trap that just because you get a better result out of Facebook Live, you do every post live.
No, it doesn't want that.
Because within a matter of days or weeks, Facebook will be onto you,
Yeah,
and you'll get a big cross, and
yeah.
your numbers will go down again.
Look, it's a tough thing to do, but it's not once. Once you sit back and work out what it wants, and you know, it's like going to a zoo. If you've got a thing full of lines and you don't throw in a lettuce sandwich, do you? Throw in a big steak. So the second you realise, pretty good metaphor that. The second you realise exactly what it wants to be fed and you feed it, it'll respond to you.
Yeah.
And we test Facebook all the time. We have since we started.
Yeah, constantly.
And if you've noticed over our page, especially in the last few weeks, Jay, we're feeding the beast perfectly.
Yep.
And it's responding to us. So
Let's go to number 2, Mick.
yeah, let's go on to number 2.
So the next type of post that we're going to talk about is just photos, or this includes things like memes or memes, however
Yep.
you want to say that word.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Facebook
So
Live,
any type of photo that you put up, basically.
Yeah. So what this one just specifically is so again, if you have them in order, so remembering everything's weighted. So your first priority each week is to go live. That's your first priority. Your second one is this one. So what this could be a photo of yourself. And again, if you're an artist, keep it relevant. We don't want to see what you're having for dinner. It's not relevant to your business, especially on your business page. We're talking about this for artists that are trying to build up their base, right? So it must be relevant, and think it out. Like, just sit there for a second and think, if you were watching an artist, what would you want to see on their page? So this one could be, perfect example for an artist would be a gig poster.
Yep.
Right? A gig poster, a photo of me and Jay with a caption over our head, and it turns it into a meme saying these guys are absolute clowns.
Yep.
And that thing will probably get you a few likes.
You don't have to create the content. You can curate the content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is a flash word for rip it off of somebody else.
Yeah, rip it off someone else.
But make sure that if you're going to do that, that it's relevant to what you do. So, like, you'll see us put up memes.
Yeah.
We're not creating those.
No.
Most of the time.
We're
some we do, but
some we do, but
some,
other ones
some
we'll
we just borrow them, and but we try to make sure that they're very relative and that they're engaging to the audience.
Yeah.
Because the other big thing you want is for people to look at your photo, look at your live event, whatever it is, and actually want to say something back to you.
Yeah.
So they want to comment or tag a mate. Or
yeah. So that's a good point, Jay. Is in again. So obviously these algorithms are weighted. So is what happens with the interactions.
Yes.
So when you hit like, that's weighted at the bottom. It really means nothing to Facebook, because the average person that uses Facebook, have a listen to this for a number, will hit the like button 37,000 times a year.
No wonder I've got arthritis in my finger here, mate.
Isn't that crazy? Now that's Facebook's own numbers, okay? So going off the 6.5, 7 billion people they've got, which is pretty outrageous.
So there's basically four things you can do. You can share.
Yep.
You can comment.
Yep.
You can tag your mate in, and then you can like somebody.
Yeah.
And they go in that order.
Yeah, so they want you to share. So remember, when you put your content up, you want people to share that. So again, this is why memes come in really good, because a lot of people will jump on memes and they'll share them because they're funny. Yeah. Right? That is the number one thing that Facebook want from a photo post. Or a gig poster. Obviously, you're going to put a gig poster up. Make sure when you write something above it, say, please share this around to your friends, because that is the key thing. Or tag in your friends. Yeah. Because what you get there with a tag, you get a double whammy. You get a comment, which is 100% interaction on your post, and then if they tag it, then all of a sudden that's a unpaid organic.
It's a good point, Mick. Don't assume that people will know what you want them to do. Tell them what to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So tell them,
hey guys,
leave a comment.
Yeah,
leave a comment. This thing. Tag a mate.
Yep. So,
tell them what you want.
Absolutely. So that is number 2, right? So, or that is number 1. I'm sorry that.
With the interactions.
Yeah, with the interactions. The second one is the comments. So, again, sharing is number 1, but secondly, Facebook wants a comment. Right. So, and this is why you'll see a lot of us tag in a friend who will like this, or we do it a lot, Jay. Tag in someone you know like this, or tag in a mate that can eat this. We did it on that big tray.
Yeah.
And again, everyone knows someone silly enough that would do something silly like this. We get 2 for 1 right there. We get the comment and a tag. So it's perfect. So generally when they do that, they'll also share the post and they'll like the post. So you're getting 4 from the same person. Yeah. So number 2 is a comment, and perfect world, make a tag in that comment. And then the last one will be a like.
A like.
Okay, which really is probably about 0.5% out of the 100. So they really mean nothing. So you can, and if you look at you go into your insights, and you might see a post that's got 2,000 likes, and then you'll look at your reach and it might be 3,000.
Yep.
But if you go back to another post and you'll see it's got 100 shares and you'll see your reach is 90,000. Right? So again, it's understanding what you're wanting the post to do for you. So take a look at that one. Hey, Meg Doherty, how you going?
Hey, Meg.
Welcome. So we're just going through 4 points here on how you can feed your Facebook to get it working better for you. Because look, the current default, Jay, is 16% organic reach.
Yeah.
Right? Unless you get up over 100,000, then that drops down to 9%. So the higher you go up, the less it goes.
Yeah, the more likes you get, the less people you're going to reach.
The more expensive it makes it. So,
well, in actual fact, you will reach more people, but the less the percentage of your likes you
will be
reach.
Seen. Well, they won't be seen. No. So here's another way of breaking that down. If you've got 1,000 people, then 160 people will see your post. Right? So that's
not great odds,
and it doesn't. Facebook will select who sees that post, but it'll only offer up 160. This is why you want the interactions, because the more interactions, the more people will start to see it.
Yeah.
So what it says then is you got to pay $9 to go through your likes, or $26 to go through your likes. All you're doing with your first lot of paid money is to distribute to the people that are already on your page, which is disgraceful. But it's what it is, right? So once you understand how this works...
But again, we'll talk about ads.
We'll talk about
another
that
day.
another point.
There's one more lot that we're going to talk about here, and that's just text post, the old simple...
No, we've got
Write it down.
we've got videos first.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, we'll jump one. So number
Oh,
three,
dude, I'm sorry.
number 3 on the algorithms is videos or cross posting. Now what this means is, and it's in a video format. So when you do a cross post here, they want you to cross post, say, our video.
Yeah.
Or, you know, we've got Meg Doherty here and we've got Anthony Taylor in the room. If Anthony puts up a video, what it wants Meg to do is to share Anthony's video. However, there's a catch. Do not share it off YouTube.
No.
If you share it off YouTube, Facebook will bottom it and it'll be 0%. You'll have to pay. It doesn't want anything to do with YouTube, so it doesn't want you to go to YouTube and just relink that YouTube link.
So you're going to have to spend some time here, folks, and upload your video direct to Facebook.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to give you a big red cross right through it.
Yeah, and then you just got to pay money. It's unnecessary money. You don't have to pay money if you give Facebook what it wants. It'll open up automatically for you.
Yeah.
So if you do it off YouTube, it's 0%. I think it's actually 0.0004, which is it's nothing. It's nothing, right? And obviously for legal reasons they do that.
Yeah.
There's another way you can take that to 1.6%, which is using a URL shortener, like a Bitly.
Oh, yes,
so
yes,
if you see those URLs that are like
Bitly,
Bitly, BITLY,
Google
and then
have
a
one.
whole series of numbers,
Yeah.
that's a URL shortener. Well, if you use the shortener for a YouTube video, Facebook will give you 1.48% extra.
The moral to the story is upload straight to Facebook.
Yeah, upload it.
Every time.
Yeah.
First time, every time. That's
Yeah. Look, it is a real interesting subject. I use YouTube, but my latest one is straight to Facebook, and it's going really good. That's exactly why I am.
Yeah.
So once, and again, a lot of people
we did the
just don't
same
know.
thing as Anth's just done there. We
Yeah.
learnt that the hard way.
We learned it the hard way,
So-
and then we started to go researching and wondering what's going on here. Why where numbers are building up, yet our posts are going lower. So we started to delve into the Facebook world.
Yeah.
Once you get into this, it's a very interesting beast to feed, isn't it? You know.
Yes.
So now the cross posting. Now the video is all cross posting. It wants you. So Anthony Taylor's a great one because he put a video up the other day. Awesome too, and love that. Chris Stapleton, man, it's great. So go to Anthony Taylor's page, have a look at him sing the crap out of that song because he did pretty good. And so he uploaded that, whether it be his phone, you tip it up sideways, and then he uploads it onto Facebook. You go into your video sections, you upload a video. Facebook love that straight away. Automatically, you're at the top of the pile. But better still, like I say, it wants Meg Doherty to go to Anthony's page and grab his video, watch it and hit share, and then share it back onto hers. So it loves the social. See, that's that networking thing that Facebook does in your own network connection. So it's also, as much as you put your own video up, it's going to promote you just as much to put someone else's up, as long as it doesn't come off YouTube or
That's
Vimeo
right.
or some other platform, right?
Yeah.
So cross posting is really good. And remember, when you cross post, write something in the top. Always write relevant comments. You know. So again, on a cross post or one of your own videos, hey guys, can you please like, comment, tell me if you want to see another song. Do you love this? Share it out to your friends.
And always a good idea,
that.
if you're going to cross post something, just have a look at the shares and likes and comments of what it is you're about to share.
Yeah.
Because if it's got 2 likes and 1 comment, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it. Find
You know,
something better.
So
you know.
share popular content.
Yeah, it is business. So remembering you still got to be promoting yourself, and always look. At the end of the day, we love seeing cross promotion stuff happening, and because it's a good thing. It's a helping out, right? And look, obviously you're going to do it to the people you like.
Yeah.
Don't saturate the market, of course. So again, you got to sit back and realise what your fans or your clients or whatever it is, what they're going to be wanting, and you just got to step back into their shoes and see how much. And at the end of this video, we'll go on to why you don't saturate. So the last one.
So share popular content. Don't
share popular content.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If other people aren't sharing it, you shouldn't share it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's pretty brutal.
Pretty simple.
So the last one is text or links. And now again, this is very similar to the videos and links, except it's just a text. So you'll see us quite often put up on Country Music World. We'll put up a post. G'day Jenny, how you going? And g'day Mel Bellman. Sorry, you got some work. Yeah. Look, it's very relevant. And again, at the end of this, we'll go down and we'll write them down. So if you get a pen and paper, or you write them into your phone or something, write them down, because at the end we'll wrap up this exactly what it does when you do all this stuff. The last one is text or links. So this might be just, hey, how you going guys? What are you up to today? Again, make it a question, because remembering every time you put up a post, whether it be a Facebook Live video, a photo, a video across link, or a text, you want interaction.
Yeah.
So if you ask a question...
I saw a great example of this, sorry mate, saw a great example of this just the other day on an Amber Lawrence post, where she just put up, she just wanted to know what are your favourite Anzac tribute songs.
Beautiful.
Now, she got, I don't know, last time I looked at it, it was in the hundreds of comments.
Yeah, good reach.
So, you know...
So Facebook will promote her.
Question.
Yep, Facebook will promote her for that. So when you're thinking about this stuff, thinking about how it's going to benefit you and what your fans are going to want to talk to you about. So again, it's got to be relevant, and you can't just be a, hey, what are you having for dinner tonight? No one's really interested in that. So again, think it out, but we'll take a lot of the thought process out to you here, and we'll give you some ideas.
Yep.
Remembering every time you put up a post, it doesn't want a like. Likes really mean nothing in the overall scheme of it. It wants shares and comments, right? So if you put up a question, if you're going to say, name your favourite country song, or you make a big bold statement, maybe people will share that.
Yeah.
Now we'll let you know on Jay, we'll give away a little bit of our secret. We notice with a meme that comes through, if it's an empowering country music meme, so I love country music and I don't care what you think. If we put up a post like that, it goes ballistic.
Yeah.
Every single time, right? Because people, again, they want to know that you're supporting the thing that they love, and you're proud of it. You know, you don't hide behind it. You're just proud of it.
Yep.
I'm off to tear Facebook apart. I will get this ladder. Thanks to him for Jenny Keck. No, it's look, it's.
Please don't watch us up the top of a ladder, Anthony.
Yeah, don't hop up a ladder.
This will be on Facebook later.
Don't hold a sword. Don't use a hammer. Just play guitar.
Especially with your history, mate.
I know, he's terrible at it, you know.
Shocking.
And so, you know, everything has to be relevant. Now, the main thing here too, it wants every one of these 4 posts. So Facebook Live is number 1. That's king. A photo. So whether it be a photo of you, photo of your family, photo of your gig poster, or a meme, that is number 2. That's the second thing it wants you to do.
As long as it's relevant to what you're about.
Yeah, as long as you keep it tied up to what you're doing, and remembering, sit back and see what your fans would expect, and then give them that. Third one will be a video. That can be your own sort of video, which is a hard video, not a live one. So you record it, then you upload it, or sharing another person's video. And then the last one will just be a text. If you do those 4 things over a 7-day period, and I think Facebook wanted every 31 hours. I don't know how they do their math, but it's every 31 hours they want to see one of these things. Good advice, country music artist. Lovely to see someone doing it. Got to go, guys. Thanks for the info. Come back. Yeah, Casey, come back and check it out.
Yep.
Absolutely. So don't oversaturate your market either. Okay?
Yeah, it's a big one. It's a big one.
Now, a lot of people might sit there and go, I haven't got my 100 likes today, or I haven't got my interactions. I better post something else. That's not the best scenario at all. What you'd be better off doing is wondering why you're not getting the interactions, and then working on your content the next day to get a better interaction than you got yesterday, instead of just throwing something up or sharing something just, I've got to get content out there. It's not about that.
No.
As long as you do the 4 main things every 7 days, Facebook will give you a much higher organic reach.
Yeah.
It'll give it to you automatically.
I would say that you really only want to post twice a day, maybe, at the most.
Okay, Jack McDougall, afternoon Mick and Jay. When uploading a video to Facebook, is it worth tagging people's interests like CMC Channel, Australian Country Music, or just Narrow? 100% yes it is, Jack.
Yeah.
We've tagged this video, so it's gone to tag out to Australian Country Music, CMC, Tamworth Country Music Festival, Give Me Mustard. All the tags are in on this post. So absolutely tag as much as you can.
Yep, it will extend your reach.
Absolutely will. So 100% do that with everything you do, especially with videos. And if for your name, Jack, tag your own name. Make sure your name is the first tag on that list. Right. So So the other main thing to Facebook...
That's actually a really good point, Mick, is that whatever it is you're trying to convey, like, it needs to be front, centre,
Yep.
at the start of the sentence, all these things. So first is always best as far as SEO.
Yes. Yeah, it's always weighted.
Search engine optimization goes.
Yep.
So, and that goes for Facebook as well.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I think Facebook really only weights its first 3 tags, so make them
Yeah.
relevant. But if you're an artist, say we've got Jack McDougall first, Australian country music second, country music third, or you can narrow the Australian one down and do country music and then put in a niche one,
Yeah.
like CMC Channel or something like that. You can do that. But yes, absolutely think about your tags; they're very relevant. So now, no scheduling. So everyone knows about something like Hootsuite. Everything, even Facebook will try and upsell Hootsuite
Facebook
to you.
will want you to schedule stuff. They want you to schedule stuff, and then they penalise you for doing it. So
Yeah.
that's our opinion. That's what we've noticed.
Yeah, no. The reason they want you to schedule stuff is they want to be using their platform.
Yeah.
So, if you're not going to manually do it each day, they still want you hitting their platform, right? So, if we go back to the video and cross-posting one, the reason it doesn't want a YouTube link is you've got to remember, now this is big business. There is no way Facebook want to send you to YouTube. So they're not going to help you. That's why that's a problem, right? So when you're on Facebook, they want you to cross-post with other things on Facebook. So in Facebook's empire, they want you to wake up in the morning, get onto Facebook, and then when you go to bed, you turn Facebook off. They want you on their platform all day, because when you're there, they're rolling their own sponsored ads in front of you, as you've seen on your Facebook. They're all the time. They're just hitting you. They're media into your face all the time. If you direct someone even to a website, now Facebook will actually, in their main thing, want you to put up, for us on our profile, they'll want us to put up a link, countrymusicworld.com.au.
Yes.
That's not a good result. What they now they'll let you do it, and they'll actually entice you to lead you into, here, put your website on. But what happens the second someone hits that link?
Yeah.
They go off Facebook and onto our website. What they actually want is www.facebook.com/countrymusicworld. But they're never going to write that because it's illegal, right? So they're never going to write that. So again, you've got to understand what Facebook is and how it works. So now, no scheduling. So at no point should you schedule a post. It doesn't want that. And you've got to remember
bad news for
bad
a lot
news.
of you people out there.
When you schedule a post, guess what server's holding it? Facebook. It already holds it, so it knows that you've scheduled that post. So instantly, bang, it's going to get dropped to the bottom of the ladder.
Even if it's come from Hootsuite or one of the other multitude of those types of things, Facebook knows it's come from there.
Yeah. It doesn't want to.
And we'll treat it appropriately.
Right. So interactions. Remember, your sharing is your king there. Then your comments or your tags. Even tags are better than comments. So if you can get someone to tag in a person, that's perfect. And then your likes is your third one. It doesn't want to see this stuff at the same time every day. So if you get up at 7:24 every morning and at 7:25 you do a post, it's going to get to realise that you're your own robot that doesn't want that.
A few times a week you should sleep in and post a bit later.
Yeah. So it's a thought process. So it's a real business thing, right? Now, Facebook is a very, very valuable tool, and it's a great tool. Everyone has to use it, and in today's world, it's not going anywhere.
Nope.
So once you understand what it wants and you give this to it, you'll find Facebook a little bit of a better experience.
So you mix up the time of day that you post. If you have a look at your insights on your Facebook, if you know how to do that, it will tell you where most of your people are online, and just mix it up through that time frame.
Absolutely. Don't try and add more posts. If you're getting your big reach between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m, don't put up a post at 9 a.m. trying to get more reach there in the morning. Feed that 5 till 8, because that reach will get bigger, and you'll find that 5 will go to 4, 8 will go to 9, and it'll start to go that way. But if you have one here and nothing in the middle, it's not going to like that either. So feed what's working for you.
Don't overpost.
Yep.
Keep it 1 or 2 posts a day max.
Relevant.
Because you'll find if you start popping up in somebody's timeline 4 or 5 times a day, they're very soon going to go unfollow.
Yeah. Look,
and you ain't reaching nobody.
We live in a world of instant gratitude. Okay, so if we can't get it instantly now, our average brain works by about 5 or 6 seconds. I think that number used to be 7 seconds. It's come down now. It might even be 2 or 3 seconds. If we can't get the answer in 2 or 3 seconds, we've already clicked off and we're finding somewhere else. So you've got to remember how easy it is for people just to hit unfollow. And it's brutal because they're not hurting anyone. You're not looking them in the eyes. There's none of this. There's no... For what social word that they want you to use, there's nothing social about it at all. It's very, very dead. It's very unpersonal.
Very cold.
So it's, again, once you understand that the second someone clicks off you, there's, I think, and Facebook will give you the stats, I think it's a 99.999999% chance that they'll ever refollow you. So a simple rule of thumb there is if they click off you, they're gone forever.
That's right.
Right, on Facebook. Right.
And now all this other stuff we've been talking about here is what makes it work and tick over and drive and everything. But the number one thing that you must have is good, relevant content to what it is you're selling.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing at the end of the day, is you're selling either a product or you're selling yourself as a product.
Yeah. A lot of people are selling themselves, but you have to, and this is the other part of the big business here, and you must treat yourself as a professional. And you have a business personality on Facebook or a business page or area, and then you have a separate one. So, a good example would be Mick Lockhart, and then this is Mick Lockhart's channel. Yeah. Well, that's not going to work because my first Mick Lockhart can't be that. It needs to be Jake McFleary or whatever it needs to be because you need to separate the two. Because otherwise, well, there's two of me, and I live two different lives.
I have a page for me as an entertainer,
and
I have a page for me as a personal page where I talk to my friends.
Yeah, and what's your name on that one? Jay McFleary.
What
What is the optimum time range for photos? Trying to figure out our time difference. I'm in West Australia. Oh, time range for posts. Oh, look, okay, so if you're in WA, again, go on. So, Roger, thanks for that question, mate. What's the optimum time range? Go into your own insights. Now we know that ourselves on Thursdays are our big post times, and Sundays are massive for us. So, and again, when you go into your Facebook, if you have a business page, you'll see a thing up there that says Insights, and there's unlimited access there to target down to what person is watching you in their house. You can get so specific with the advertising. You can target a street.
Yeah. You
can target a street, right? So Facebook is unbelievably powerful, but have a look at your own insights. And again, feed what's working for you already. Don't try and bring up the other stuff that's not. Just go to your area that's big, because when it's big, those people will share, and then that organic of itself will get better for you. So that's your own insights. It's a tough one.
I guess this might be relative to what you're saying, but the average Facebook post has a time, has a lifespan of about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Unless
gets hit.
It's popular.
Yeah.
Unless you get comments, tags, shares, and then it might have an average time span of 2 to 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days is a really ballistic viral post.
Yeah, that's a huge post.
Yeah, pretty much after 72 hours, you're going searching for it. It's gone.
But if it's not getting a lot of comments and tags within 3 hours, it's probably not going to do much for you.
No,
I don't think.
No, and we see that too. We'll put up posts, and again, we play this all the time. We try different things all the time. Some work, some don't. There's some things that we think this is a shoo-in, this is going to go off, and it flops on us. So again, it's a constant thinking battle game here to try and get people out. So look, it's a tough one, but again, look, the main purpose of this video is you put down your 4 main things every single week. All right, and don't do them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can for your first week, you can, I suppose, but try Monday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Try that, see how that works, or Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, something like that.
And Facebook tells you in the insights what is working for you.
It'll tell you. So if you do a live video on a Monday night, we'll go back to our insights and we'll have a look to see what we're doing on Monday. We may be better off switching Monday Night Live to Wednesday Night Live. That'll annoy us because we've got to redo all our branding.
It didn't work for Hey It's Saturday, but
it didn't work for Hey It's Saturday. So again, it's understanding what it is. But Facebook Live is king. Photos or memes are second, so gig posters or something like that. And videos uploaded onto Facebook. Make sure you upload them onto Facebook. And text. So, and make that a question, because again, you want to be looking for shares, you want to look for comments. That's what it massively wants. Yes. Don't worry about likes. They're just nothing. They're really nothing nowadays. They used to be, but they're not anymore.
Yeah, and I guess we should make point that if you can do a lot of this, you don't have to spend $1 million on Facebook advertising.
No.
Although Facebook advertising has its own value
Absolutely.
in itself, we won't say not do it.
No, but once you feed it, you still got to have it
Yes.
opened up organically for you, because
Yeah.
then if you start to pay it, then your reach is massive.
It's incredible.
That's where it really starts to
It
take
really
off.
gets
right?
to move really big.
Because if you weren't doing it, your initial money would be going into these four main things that it wants anyway.
And again, another big point is that Facebook is only one little part of your promotional
It is.
strategy. So
Yeah.
don't spend all day sitting in front of Facebook.
No. It's
There's other things you should be doing.
yeah, go and develop yourself a plan. So we're going to end here now because we've actually gone a little bit longer than we wanted to. But go and develop a plan. Again, we'll come back and edit this post, and at the top of the post when it goes live, we'll put the four main things there so you can see them. Share this video around again. So share this one. So share it out to your other fans, because I think there's a lot of people that can do a lot better with their own promotion free of charge just by doing these four main points. So
Absolutely.
if you're an artist or you're a small business and you're wanting to get into this thing, it's the cheapest half hour you're ever going to get in your life. So if you want to go into pay people to do this, man, the bill's going to run up. And all essentially they're going to do is tell you this. So we'll get in trouble now because we've given it away for free.
We will.
But at the end of the day, we're here to help people, right? So, and that's fine. We've got big shoulders.
So that's about it, Mick.
That's about it. We're going to come
Look,
back next week.
That's not about it. Facebook is a huge grizzly beast.
Yeah, it is.
So we will come back to Facebook in future episodes and delve deeper into the quandrum that is Facebook. We'll go into advertising, competitions, all that sort of stuff. So,
Yeah.
but for today,
Hey fellas, g'day Mel.
That's where
G'day
we're at.
Phil Dublay. Now Rachel Watson, thanks for the insight. Following your page as a country music fan, but this info will be useful in promoting the radio.
Yeah.
100% it will
Absolutely.
be. Every single time you're involved in anyone that sets up a page or a business page, it instantly becomes a business page to Facebook. So share it around to anyone you know that have pages, because this information is valuable to them.
it works.
It works.
The same for any industry. So
So we're going to come back next week, probably Wednesday at some point. We'll just appear. We're not going to set in the timeline because we might sleep in or something.
yeah. Oh,
And we'll talk about another subject. If you have anything you would like to know about, any marketing strategies or any other topics, business related, so whether it be small business, whether it be artists, a lot of it's music, whether you want to know something about it, what are we going to talk about next week, Jay?
I have no idea, Mick.
We'll work something out, but it might be something along setting up a tour. Something
Yeah,
like
we
that.
could do that.
We might look at touring, or we might look at stage presentation or something. There's heaps of different ones that we can go through and give you our ideas on it. So I hope you find this useful. Share it around so other people do, and we'll see you back live on Monday night.
We will.
Yeah, all right, guys.
Looking
So
forward to it.
cheers, good luck with your Facebook, and we'll see you as the week goes on.
See you guys.